Good morning. I'm in Seu D'Urgell, continuing my trip through Europe. I'm near to the Pyrenees, but I think I'm gonna cross straight through it, head down to the east of Spain. The weather forecast in the Pyrenees is pretty bad at the moment, snowy, wet, miserable. So I think I'm just gonna keep going down, get a bit of sun, and then hit the Pyrenees on the way back. This morning I saw these snow-capped mountains in the distance and I thought, I'm going to go for a ride. So it's a climb, just an up and down. I've not done that sort of thing before, but it's a known climb. So yeah, thought I'd give it a try. Looks fun. So here we go. About 800 meters over 10 miles. Quite a big climb. Spider's nest, I think. I'm not far from the top. The weather's really coming in. Quick break and then I'll just try and get right up there. Oh man, that'll be a good fun descent. The north is tipping down with rain. I'm glad I came out this morning though, this was off the cards. Yesterday it was just going to be a wasted day, and I do feel like it's wasted if I don't go out for a hike or a cycle somewhere. Anyway, let's go. Made it. Quick break and then back down. Right, now for the descent, the reward. So cold. 2 hours up, 20 minutes down. Now I need a shower to warm up. Look at this cool cathedral. Right, all showered and ready to go to the next place. I can't remember where it is, I'll tell you when I get there, but we got a 2-hour drive and I think it's a free park up, I can't remember. Apparently it's a nice little town. I'm hoping it's a little town because I'd like to get some food, maybe even, I don't know, treat myself and go out for something to eat if there's anywhere open. Anyway, we'll get there first and find out. Made it. The place is Saint D'Urgell I, and that's near a bigger place called Olot, O-L-O-T. So this is a free park up. It looks perfectly fine. There's a few vans here, which is always nice. Let's see if it's warmer. Yeah, definitely warmer. This is better. Yeah, so I'm going to have a cup of tea, something to eat, and then maybe go and explore. Yeah, I could do that. I'll show you later, unless I forget. Anyway, I'm going for a walk into town. It's over there. Might as well have a look. That man outline has class. A hat, proper pair of trousers. I think all outlines should be so detailed. Anyway, the town's very small. Olot is just down the road. I could go there, but I don't really need anything, so I won't. Still, nice to get out and have a look about. Right, that's today done with. Got a ride tomorrow, but I'm looking forward to that. Should be good. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go to bed, have an early night. It's been a good day. Overnight we hit 5,000 subscribers, which is ridiculous, really. I think you're all crazy, but I'm very grateful nonetheless. A subscribership of 5,000. Pretty good going. Thank you all. I shall see you tomorrow. Early one today. 20 to 7. Thought I'd get out nice and early. It was a ride I was going to do yesterday, but I had a bit of a day off. It does mean I had to get this one done in a day. I was going to do an overnighter, but it doesn't matter. Beautiful day. It's going to be lovely. I'm just starting. I have veins. I'm guessing I'm alright to go down here. It's a cool little village. Castle Follet de la Roca. It's like a 50-metre high basaltic cliff. And yeah, it's got a 13th century church there. Nice little place. Very spectacular though. It's just sort of jutting out there. Cool. Good start to the day, and it is a beautiful morning. Besalú, another little town. So far, Spain is as empty as France. I know it's early, but it's gone 8 o'clock. Banyoles, I reckon. Anyway, that's how it's pronounced. The largest lake in Catalonia. Obviously a mecca for rowers. It's getting warm. 27 miles in, so about halfway. I reckon I got some big climbs to come. Well, I haven't had many so far. This road was quiet when I stopped. Yep, I was right. It was a nice big climb to come. I'm not that far away either. But then it's downhill all the way to the end. Right, we're on that big climb, 400 meters, over 6 miles, not too bad. sometimes it's all you want. Chocolate croissant. Very good. Muy bien. Right, now to get the rest of this climb done and get back to the van. This climb is never ending. Whew. I must be near the top, surely. Made it. I don't know why I felt that one so much. Time to go down, I think. So we just went through Olot. Olot does have a claim to fame. I'm going to stop and double check. I want to get it right. Yeah, so Olot is home to the oldest verified person living on the planet. She's 117. She got pneumonia at 93 and moved into a care home and is still alive and fit and well. And when asked what the secret was, she said that God has probably just forgotten about her. Quite amazing, really. All done. 51.2 miles, 1,286 meters of ascent. It's quite a lot. My legs are so tired. That was only 50 miles, 1,250 meters. It's amazing how quickly you get out of shape. That would have been no work at all when I got back from the GDMBR. And there's going to be a lot of that on the Trans Am. I'm not so worried. You know, you develop your conditioning on the way, and I'm sure I will. What an incredible building. I haven't found anything about it though. Must be something somewhere. I'm saying that, these places are all over the place. Maybe they just take it for granted. I know we do in the UK. There's churches in every village, little tiny villages with massive churches. I might have to look it up online. Oh God, where am I going? I may have inadvertently set off on another hike. So it's called the Monastir de Saint Joan les Fonts. It's a Romanesque monastery built in the 12th century. And most of the architecture I've come across so far in Spain is 12th century. I wonder if there's a reason for that. So, dinner. Tanoshi Japon. Kind of like a pot noodle. Not great, I know, but check them out. Spanish strawberries. Clean the fork. Let's try one. So good, so sweet. So tomorrow, it's either going to be a place called Manresa or a Cardona. There's a bike ride in Cardona. And there's a hike in Manresa, and they're both fairly close to one another. I think I'd prefer a hike for tomorrow, having ridden today. So probably Manresa, but I'm going to have an early night. I'm so tired, I don't know why. I understand. I don't sleep well. I never sleep well at any time, so it's not just, there's no reason for it. Well, there is a reason, but there's no particular reason. That's what I was trying to say. So yeah, that's my plan. Try and get a good night's sleep and then get down to one of those two places. In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy my strawberries. Good morning. Been to the shop, got some supplies, and then I'm going to head off to, I think, Manresa. I don't know where I'm going to park. Probably just a parking lot, or I think there's a supermarket. I could even park there because there's a shortish hike, 8 miles, 10 miles. And then I'm going to go to Manresa to park up for the night. Hopefully somewhere secure that I can leave the van tomorrow so I can do a bike ride. And that's as far as I got. I think that's good enough. Right, Manresa. I found a place for the van. A little bit dodgy road getting in, but I found somewhere. And now, a bit of a loop. I think it's 8 miles. It's a good mile to get to the trail. So probably 10 in total for today, but that's a good distance. Lovely day. Really nice. Then, there's something about jagged mountains I love. Font del Sorrel, I guess is a spring. Must be. I'm guessing it's the source of whatever river is flowing down there. We're on the proper route now anyway. This is the road I drove down in the van. I got most of the way down. I think it was probably going to be okay. But it started getting tighter, twistier, and I was in two minds. Part of me wanted to just be brave, I suppose, and keep going, because there's a nice campsite down by the river. And part of me just thinks to err on the side of caution, on the basis that if I did any damage to that van, it would most likely be the end of the trip. That might be a bit fatalistic, and I do tend to be a bit like that. As it is, I parked somewhere close enough. It's a shame though, because that campsite was down there, which looks spectacular, but there we go. Next time maybe. Can't get any closer, but those 7 things were built in the 15th century, and they're wine storage vats. No wonder they've barred entry. Time for a break. So, I just scouted it out, and I could have come down here and parked, and I think maybe I should have. But I have noticed that a lot of these, not that I'm a van life channel, I'm not, but a lot of van life is spent focusing on finding the best, most beautiful park-ups. And I get that, particularly for social media and all that. But wherever I go, I'm getting out and walking and seeing stuff by bike or hiking. So I don't necessarily need to have a fantastic view out of the window of my van. I don't feel like I'm missing out. What is it with bridges and graffiti? It's just a thing, isn't it? So we got a pig with a bob. And incredibly, we have Inspector Gadget. Right, I think we're going into a little town now, and then sort of crossing that river and heading back that way. It's been a nice walk, but I'm gonna leave it at that. Nice. I think I'm a little spoiled, but I'm not gonna complain. Any walk is a good walk in my books. I accidentally took a shortcut, but this is very cool. I think I've got to get up this. Oh well, I won't film that. Well, that was ridiculous. I don't know about you though. If I take a wrong turn, I just refuse to go back. I make that wrong turn into a right turn, even at risk of fatal injury. Now, how cool is that? Wow. A natural stone bridge. Have to die. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. Nearly back of the van. Like I say, that wasn't a great walk, it was nice, but that bridge, it was worth it just for that. That is so cool. And you know, Ross plans all these routes for me, and I remember him saying about that bridge. He produces the routes and I blindly follow. One day I'll annoy him and he'll send me off a cliff. I know you're thinking, how could I possibly annoy anyone? Being so, you know, amenable, interesting and friendly. Yeah, that's what you're thinking, yes. But Ross knows. I've gone the wrong way now. This way. Looks like a mine or something over there. See, I'm probably annoying him now just by dragging this on. I better stop. Right, that was good. Now off to Cardona. Go and find somewhere to park up, and there's a bike ride tomorrow. I think it sounds like a nice little town, so I might have a little explore tonight. In fact, I'm sure I will. I always like to get out for a walk in the evenings. I shall see you there. What a great little town. Fantastic place. I'm looking forward to this bike ride tomorrow, particularly because I can see all this wonderful landscape around me, and the castle looks incredible. I was just speaking to a German couple who have a house here He'd driven from Frankfurt yesterday, 18 hours. No way I could do that. So I'm going to put a bet that I am the only UK person here again tonight. I haven't seen hardly any British people. It's really odd. I thought the place would be saturated. I thought we'd be like rats, but we're not. Notice I say we, so it's not a slur. Good morning. I'm still in Cardona. Yesterday it rained pretty much all day, apart from a little window in the morning where I managed to get out for a walk, but I didn't film that. That was the first day, I think, really, where weather has stopped me from getting out and doing anything. And it was fine because it was a day off, you know, it's a nice little town. Today I'm going to get out on my bike and go for a ride. I don't think there's much to see, but it finishes at the castle at the top, which is really, you know, an impressive structure. So I'll show you that. I'm trying not to rush out. I've realised that I'm wasting a lot of the day. Wasting? I don't know if that's the right way of putting it. Maybe rushing the day just to get to the park up that I'm looking at early. I think it's a little bit of, you know, an anxiety thing. I just like to know where I'm parking for the night, and the problem is I'll get there for, say, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then there's an awful lot of the day left where I'm just in one place. So I'm going to try and fight that instinct today. Maybe go into the town now, have a look, get something for breakfast, get out for a ride, come back, head off later to the park up for the night. So it's going to be difficult for me because I will be sort of, I don't want to say worrying because I don't want to sound dramatic, but I'll be conscious of the fact that I don't know where I'm going to live tonight. But I'm going to battle it. So far, Spain has been quite easy to find places, and so has France. So there's a little insight, isn't there, into what goes on in my head. Enough of this. I'm going to go into town. What a beautiful morning. Look at this. Custard. Oh my God. This is awesome. You see the vans down there, that's where I'm parked. Perfect little spot, really. Absolutely perfect. Bit noisy by the playing field, but it doesn't bother me. And there's kids using it as well in the evenings. Got swimming pools as well. What an awesome little town. I'd come and visit Cardona. Right, I'm going to get back, get the bike ready and get out on this ride. So that's the lowest my battery's ever been. I've got 300 ampere hour lithium batteries. And it was down to 82 this morning. So even in a couple of hours, it's recharged 3% or so. So I find that amazing, really, just from the solar. I don't think I could ever really run out of power, which was exactly why I decided to do that upgrade. I'm glad I did. It's now 10 to 11, so my plan of delaying everything and taking my time is working. But time to get the bike. I had a couple of comments in fact, about the bike being left on a rack on the back of the van, and I get it. It's not the safest way, but I don't really have much of an option. It doesn't fit in the van properly. I put it in there if I go for a walk and I leave the van somewhere I'm not 100% sure of, but that's only happened a couple of times. The thing is, that bike is an off-the-shelf sort of bike. It's insured, and I'm locking it to the rack, which means if it does get stolen, you know, I get the money back, and I could go to a shop, any shop, and pick up a bike like it, or similar at least, so it wouldn't be the end of the world. But that also leads me on to the reason why I didn't bring my Sonda, the pinion gearbox, That took 6 months to make and to get to me. If that was stolen, yeah, 6 months without it, that's not good. So I've taken the precautions that I can. No warm-up for this route. Basically kicks you in the balls as soon as you get on the bike. Just a beautiful valley where I'm riding through at the moment, but the wind is howling, so I can't get the drone up to show you, not yet anyway. It's been an awesome ride so far though, a good mix of gravel and pavement. And for a quick snack, I'll have an apple. One of these chocolate things. I'm so glad I made this little half frame bag. It's performed well. So yeah, this has been an interesting ride. I'm out of the wind here, which is why I stopped. There's been a good mix of gravel and pavement. And these tyres, I have to say, I'm really impressed. WTB Riddlers. They're really good. They seem to work well on road and off-road. I mean, they're pushing their limit on some of this off-road stuff, but that's because I'm running tubes and the pressures are high. If I was tubeless, I could lower the pressure right down, but I'm very, very impressed. It's making me think, for the Trans Am, what tyres to use for that. Now, a lot of people have suggested that I take little diversions onto rail trails, and the purist in me thinks, no, I want to do the route the whole way. But I don't want to follow the route religiously if I could make it nicer by doing the odd rail trail. And if I did do rail trails, I'd probably need some tyres like this. So I don't know if anyone out there has any experience. In fact, I know there's people out there with experience. And if you have, what do you think of using these tyres on the Trans Am? I know it's slower and not as efficient on the pavement, but I'm not going for speed. Cold. Quite a big descent. I'm halfway down, but yeah, I'm freezing. Been a very interesting ride so far. Definitely more variety of surfaces, but the bike's holding up well. I really like this bike. I think it is the true do-it-all bike. Yeah, I'm just happy with it. I don't know much about bikes, I'm no expert, but with these tyres it feels like I could go more or less anywhere. Another quick break. I think we're about halfway through. Another quiet little town. I think there's another big climb now. Yeah, if you can see, big climb here, and then big descent by the looks of things. It's so nice to be out on the bike in the sun. I love cycling in nice weather. most of these old buildings seem to date from the 12th century, sort of that area. I don't know if this one is one of those, but it's probably old. I don't know what it once was, but it makes you wonder why whatever it was isn't still, because where are you going to get views like this? I mean, it's absolutely spectacular. Somebody here and they just said, nah, bored now. The wind up here is just crazy. I think I'm at the highest point now, and now we've got a nice descent, maybe into Cardona, I don't know. We'll probably go through a couple of other places first. Yeah, the wind's so strong on the top, it nearly blew me over. Anyway, let's keep moving. I am knackered. That was a good ride, really enjoyed it, but it was very off-road, and that bike coped. It was fine, but it wore me out. It was about 38 miles, but 1400 meters of ascent, which is a lot when you're doing off-road stuff, but nonetheless I enjoyed it. So I'm gonna have a drink. I've got another one of these. I had the foresight to get 2 earlier, I knew I'd want one when I get back. It's still too windy, so I'm going to wait until it calms down a little bit, and then I'm going to wander up to the castle. I'd really like to get the drone up there. So I think I'm going to have this, have a drink, maybe just not do anything for a little while, and then go for a wander up to the castle. That sounds good to me. So this castle was built originally in 886 by a guy named William the Hairy. Great name. I think it's been added to a lot over the years, so I don't know if there's any original castle left, but its claim to fame is that it's never been conquered, even though it's been under siege many times. Amazing views. Cheese, nice bit of brie, can't remember what that's called, biscuits, apple, and pate, oh, and some olives, and a San Miguel IPA. Now that looks good, does to me anyway. I've got more, I could have more, but this is enough. This is all I fancy now, so that's what I'm going to have. So that's pretty much it for me for tonight. I'm going to get an early night and decide what I'm going to do in the morning. I don't need to work it out now, but I am really very tired. That ride today definitely took it out of me. That was work. Good, I enjoyed it, but it was work. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Adios.